It is Friday, April 25th at 11:48 a.m. and I woke up to 2 Etsy orders. So this would be my this would be my 10th and 11th Etsy order ever, but these are my first and second orders of the year, which you might be like, girl, it's April and these are your first orders of the year. Yes, my Etsy has been like dead, and the fact that I woke up to 2 orders today, like, I am so happy right now. So my first customer ordered an orca whale keychain, so this is the 5th one in a row. And my second customer broke the chain and ordered my sunflower pillow. So that is the first one of those that I have ever sold. And yeah, today's a good day. Okay, so I'm on my way to Michael's right now to buy 1 skein of yarn. I need to buy the brown yarn for the sunflower pillow. So I have enough yarn to make the orca whale keychain, and I have enough yarn for the petals of the pillow, but not enough for the middle because that's like the bulk of it and it uses quite a bit of yarn. So I placed an online order, and there was a sale for online orders of 40% off of 1 item, and I only need 1 item. So I got a skein of yarn for like $8. So love that for me. So I'm just on my way to Michael's to pick that up. In the meantime, I just want to talk about the fact that these are my first 2 orders of the year. I know I just mentioned it in the intro, but the fact that I've gone basically 4 months without any orders, and then I got 2 orders within 2 hours of each other is just like, what are the odds that I would go from 0 orders to 2 orders back to back? Like, I don't know. And also, it worked out so perfectly because, okay, I haven't posted a long form video on this channel in a while. I posted a video about a month ago, but that video was filmed 3 months ago in January, and I just didn't get around to editing it and posting it. So something that you guys don't know is I started a new job in February. So I've been working a lot since February. So then I haven't really had much time for anything. But today I have a day off, and my day off happens to be the day that I got 2 orders, so I actually have time to make those orders. So I haven't had time to make videos or anything like that. And if I had gotten orders, I would have probably done it on the weekend. Like, I would have figured out how to do it. But the fact that it's a Friday, I happen not to be working today, and today is the day that my first 2 orders of the year came in. Like, everything just lined up so perfectly. And then this is like, I know it's like a superstitious thing, but have you ever heard the superstition where if your palm is itchy, then you're gonna get money? So last night, before I went to bed, my palm was itching. I'm scratching. And then I literally said out loud, I'm like, ooh, I'm about to get some money. I remember saying that last night before I went to bed. And then this morning I woke up to 2 orders. Like, what? I understand why that superstition is a thing, because I have had 0 orders. My last order was December 30th. It is April 25th. I have had 0 orders in 4 months, and then my hand starts itching and I start getting money. I start getting orders. I understand the superstition. I get it. And then it also lined up with my day off. So like, everything just seems to be working out, and I love that for me. But yeah, so I'm about to pull into the Michael's parking lot, and I'll see you when I get the yarn. Okay, I went inside. They had my order ready. So I have the yarn here. It is Chenille Holmes Slim in the color Terracotta. So that's my mini yarn haul because I only got one skein of yarn. And usually when I'm buying a bunch of skeins, I get a Michaels bag, but I didn't get one this time, which is fine because I have like 9 of them. I don't really need more. But when you make an online order and you order a lot of things, they automatically give you one. But anywho, I now have all the yarn I need, and I am going to make my way back home and we'll start crocheting. Okay, I am home now. It is 2:03 p.m. and I just want to quickly show you guys the yarn that I was talking about before. So to make the orca whale keychain, I have this black yarn, and then I also have this tiny scrap of white, but it is enough. I learned that the last time I made this, I really only need this much white. And so in the past, I would have seen this and been like, oh, I don't have enough. And then I would have bought another skein and I wouldn't have needed it. So this is what we are using to make the orca whale keychain. Both of these are loops and threads impeccable. And then this is the yellow that I have left over from the first time I made this pillow. Like when I made the one that's in my product photos, I still have all of this yellow left over, which is more than enough. But this is the amount of brown that I have left over, which is not enough, which is why I went out and bought this. So those are all my yarns, and the first order that came in was the orca whale keychain, so that is the one that I'm going to make first. And you guys know the drill. I'm going to put my AirPods in and watch a YouTube video while I'm crocheting, and I will have the pattern on my iPad. And this pattern for the orca whale is by Sweet Softies. I will have the video tutorial linked in the description below. Now let's start crocheting. Also, this time, I'm not wearing a black shirt, so the black yarn will not fade into my shirt. I literally wear black every single day, but I chose not to wear black today for this very reason. So that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so I have finished the body, and now we have to do the details, both fins and the back fin, and yeah. I have my original keychain as my reference just to make sure that I put everything in the same place every time. Okay, flippers, fins, everything complete. Now I just need to do the eyes. And there we go. The last thing I need to do is add the keychain, and I don't have it with me right now, so I'm gonna go get it and come back. Here is my bag of keychains. And there we go, one orca whale keychain. So the first order of the day is complete, and now I'm going to start on the sunflower. So just like how I have my reference whale, I also have a reference sunflower. So this is the very first one that I made. It's the one that's in all my product photos, and technically I could just package and sell this one, but then if someone orders it again, then I won't have a reference one. So everything I make, I like to keep at least one of them so that I can just make sure that everything is the same every time. Yes, this one has less details, like the whale has the fins and the eyes, so I want to make sure they're the same amount of stitches apart and all that stuff. So with this, there aren't as many details, and as long as I follow the pattern, it should turn out the same. But just to make sure that like the sizing and everything is the same, so that I keep my tension the same and all of that, I like to keep a reference one. So I will be keeping this near me so that I can check in as I go. As for the pattern for this, I didn't follow one. I just made one. I kind of just wrote what I was doing as I went. So this is, I guess, my pattern, I suppose. And I don't have one written, nor do I have a tutorial on my channel for it. It's something I may do in the future. But for now, I'm just going to be following the handwritten pattern that I wrote down on my iPad when I was making this for the first time about a year ago. So yeah, more YouTube watching, more crocheting. For this one, I'm using Chenille Home in the color Terracotta, which I just bought. And this one is called Daffodil. So this is actually, oh, what is it called? This is actually Sweet Snuggles, which Sweet Snuggles and Chenille Home are the exact same yarn. It's just that they have different colors. So if you want brighter pastels, you go with Sweet Snuggles. And then if you want like the darker colors, like dark blues, browns, black, that kind of stuff, then you get Chenille Home. But they're the same yarn size and they're the same texture and they're from the same company. So yes, I'm using this yarn. I'm going to start with the scrap that I have left, and then when I run out, I will attach this new skein, and I will be using my 11.5 meter hook. So quite a bit bigger than the 5mm hook I was using to make the whale. So yeah, large yarn, large hook. Now let me pull up my pattern and let's start. Okay, I always forget how hard it is to close a magic circle with the chunky yarn. Let's try again, because I just broke off a piece. Okay. Okay. Are you kidding me? I can't pull it closed. It keeps breaking. Like, usually it is hard to pull it closed, but not this hard. Like, this is one thing I like about acrylic yarn. Pulling it through a magic ring is easier. And yes, I know there's like, oh, chain 2 method or whatever, but I've never done that before. So I don't want to try it for the first time with something I'm going to sell and then I don't know how it's going to hold up. So I want to do the magic circle, but it just doesn't want to work. It just keeps breaking when I try to pull it. Okay, I'm gonna have to make the first row stitches incredibly loose, or I'm gonna attempt that and see if that works. Okay. I was able to close it without it breaking. Lovely. Now, let's get off of row 1. How long have I been on row 1? What does the time say? I don't know. But now we can move on to row 2. Okay, so I finished 6 rounds and I am running out of yarn. So now it's time to attach the new skein. I've never pulled from the middle of chunky yarn before. I've pulled from the middle from acrylic yarn because it's kind of easy to find. But let's try this. Let's try this. Oh no. Oh no, I don't like this. Let me keep the middle inside there. We're pulling from the outside. That's what we're doing. I don't even want to try it. I don't even want to try it. So let me attach this. So that's kind of a big knot. I did the magic knot, but I'm gonna try and make it so that the knot ends up on the inside. So like, let me show you what I mean. So see, we got to the knot, and I'm just gonna do this. Instead of yarning over to where my tension would usually be, I'm just gonna skip and then pull through that part of the yarn. And then this is gonna be on the inside of the pillow. If I was making something flat, it wouldn't work to have something sticking out the back. But since it's a pillow and it's gonna be 3D, this can just be stuck inside. And so, yeah, so there's not gonna be any visible knots on the outside. So yeah, we have this little like loopy thing, but it doesn't really matter. And now we keep going. And now we have a full skein attached. Okay, I am now part way through round 12. This is how much we have so far, and then we're starting to close it up on the other side. But I am going to take a break because I need to help my dad with something. It's currently 4:47. I don't know when I'm going to get back to working on this, probably in a few hours, but I will finish it today. So yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, it is 6:51, so about 2 hours later, and I am back. We're continuing round 12. This pattern that I've written has 19 rounds, so I'm almost done. I'm more than halfway done with like the middle, and then I have to do the petals, but from what I remember, the petals don't take that long. So I'm going to queue up a YouTube video, and then we're gonna continue the timer. Okay, so I have 2 more rows left before it's time to close it. So I'm gonna start stuffing it now. Okay, I've done all the rows. I've stuffed it enough. And now I need my scissors, and I'm gonna cut a decently long tail. And then I'm going to use this wide needle to sew it up. Okay, so now we have the middle, and as you can see, it has this like ridge on the outside, and that is where I'm going to add the petals to. So now we're going to move over to our yellow yarn. Okay, and we're done. So this is my OG. This is the new one. They're basically identical. I have completed both orders. This is how long the sunflower took. I'm not quite sure because I took a break in the middle there, but yeah. And if you guys are curious as to how much yarn I have left over, this is how much black I have. This is how much white, barely any left. And then I have this much brown left over from the new skein that I bought, and this much yellow. So this is enough yellow to make petals on maybe 1 or 2 more of these pillows. And this is not enough to make another pillow. I'd have to buy another skein and add it to it like how I did in this video. So yeah, and one more thing. These are all the scraps that broke off when I was starting the magic ring, and I am going to put these into my scrap yarn bag. As you can see, I have a fair amount of scrap yarn in there. So I put it in here, and sometimes I use it as stuffing for things that I make. I used polyfill for this, and I usually always use polyfill, but it's like sometimes I'll put polyfill around the outside and then put some scrap yarn in the middle and then put some polyfill on top of it. I did that in this video when I was making a heart pillow. And so that's just a way that I'm not just throwing away yarn scraps, I'm reusing it. So yes, it was a bit frustrating when it kept breaking off, but that yarn is not gonna go to waste. So I have it in my little pouch and I'm gonna close it back up. And so yeah, that will be used in a future project at some point. And so now we need to package up these orders and get some shipping labels printed. However, before I started filming this video, I used my reference pillow to see if I could fit it in one of these poly mailers. And spoiler alert, it doesn't fit. So like the petals make it wide, which is fine because I can just fold the petals in, but like it was squishing, like it could not fit. It couldn't fit. So I have to do one of two things. Either buy bigger poly mailers, because these ones are like 15 inches, maybe 12. I can literally measure it. These are 12 by 15. That sounds right. That sounds like something that I bought. So this is 12 by 15, and the diameter of this, not including the petals, is exactly 12. So I could fold it, but then to get it in, I'd have to like squish it, and I don't think I want to squish it. Like it's literally the exact size. So what I'm gonna have to do is either buy bigger poly mailers, which poly mailers come in like packs of 100, and all of my other products fit in either this or this. So for me to buy 100 poly mailers for my one product that doesn't fit is maybe not the best business expense, at least not right now. If I was selling these on the regular, then maybe, but to buy 99 poly mailers knowing I'm only going to use one. Another option is to repurpose a box, like to use an old Amazon box. But the thing about that is I literally like 2 weeks ago recycled a bunch of Amazon boxes. Like sometimes I like to save them in case I would need to reuse it. And then I'm like, okay, I have way too many boxes. It's too much clutter. I broke all the boxes down and put them in the recycling bin. And now 2 weeks later, I need one of those boxes. As soon as you get rid of something, you need it. So I'm gonna look around, see if I have a lonely Amazon box just waiting to be used. I don't know. And basically, I can't package this right now because I need to figure out how I'm gonna package it. So I'm either going to find a box or buy new poly mailers. And so if I'm gonna order poly mailers online, then I'm gonna have to wait for them to come tomorrow because I'd buy it through Amazon and it should get here by tomorrow. Right? So I need to figure out what I'm doing. So basically I'm gonna go look for boxes and I will package these two tomorrow morning. It's currently 8:12 p.m. so it's not really late, but I've been sitting in this spot for a very long time. And so I am done for the day and I will figure out how I'm gonna package this in the morning. Because another thing, I don't even have to rush to package these. Because one, I have until May 6th to ship both of them. I'm not gonna wait till May 6th. But based on the processing time that I have on my Etsy, I have until May 6th to ship it out. And also, tomorrow's the weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday, and the shipping service that I use isn't open on Saturdays. It is open on Sunday though. So essentially, even if I do package everything tonight, I can't ship it out tomorrow anyways. So I might as well take the extra time, try and find the correct shipping container, and I will have everything packed by tomorrow, and then Sunday morning I will drop it off, and then Monday morning is when it should start shipping. Yeah, that is the plan. We are done work for today and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, it is the next day, Saturday, April 26th, and I couldn't find a box in my house yesterday. So I went online to see if there was somewhere that I could buy a box in person. And apparently Walmart sells boxes in their stationery aisle. And so I found a box that's like $2.70 or something like that. And it's a big enough box for the pillow. So I am currently on my way to Walmart to buy said box. And then, assuming it fits, because it should, then I'll be able to package everything up and then have everything ready. And then first thing tomorrow morning, I'll be able to ship both orders. So yeah, I will see you guys when I get to Walmart. In the stationery aisle, and I found the box here, and it's $2.73. So I'm just gonna grab one of these. So that was a quick trip. I got in, I got out. I got my box. This one says medium mailing box, so I assume they have small and large as well, meaning that for future reference, if I ever need a box, I know I can come to Walmart. I also was looking on the Canada Post website to like compare prices, and for a similar size box as this, it would have been like $7 from Canada Post. Meanwhile, this one was $2.73, and then after tax, it ended up being $3.08. So the Walmart boxes are actually cheaper than boxes from the post office. So now I know I can come to Walmart. And as far as I saw, this was the only box they had in stock in store, but I could have bought other box sizes online. So for future reference, if I need boxes, I can buy them online through the Walmart website and have them shipped to my house. So I've learned something new. This is my first time needing a box, and now I know where to get them from. So now I'm gonna go home, package up some orders, and I'll see you when I get there. Okay, so this is the box I got. I know it looks quite big, but it's actually smaller than it looks after you fold it up. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so the bottom of the box is all taped up. We flip it, and once we put the pillow inside, we'll fold it down, and see, it's really not that big of a box, but it'll do. Okay, I have finished writing both thank you notes, and now it's time to package everything up. So first we're gonna pack the orca whale keychain. Let's take one final look. Here's the poly mailer. And the whale is face up. Thank you note. Then the sunflower pillow. One final look. And here's the box we're gonna use. Thank you note. Orders 10 and 11 are packed and ready to be shipped. It's actually Sunday now, so yesterday, as I was writing my thank you notes, my camera just like stopped recording and the SD card just like got corrupt. Love that for me. So as of right now, I'm missing some footage, but hopefully future me will find it and everything will be okay. But basically, I spent all of yesterday trying to retrieve that footage. So I wrote the thank you notes, and then my camera stopped working. So now I'm just using a backup SD card that I have to film the rest of this video. So the thank you notes were written yesterday, but all the packaging and label printing that you saw, yeah, that was filmed this morning, like right now. It's currently 10:09 a.m. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties yesterday, but I'm still getting these packages shipped today. I'm about to go to the post office now, but before I go, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. So my two customers are Jessica and Mitzi. Jessica is a fellow Canadian. She's from Alberta. And then Mitzi is from Pennsylvania. So a Canadian order and a US order. And another thing is I've been running some Etsy ads, and I decided to start running them on April 1st, and I was just running them for the month of April because, as I was saying earlier in this video, I wasn't really able to post because I've been busy with my new job. And so I was like, if I'm not able to promote myself on social media, at least let me run some Etsy ads so that people will see my items. And so Mitzi's order is actually from Etsy ads, which I'm slightly confused about simply because this order was ordered on April 25th. But then when I go into my Etsy ads dashboard, it says that on April 25th, nobody clicked on my ad for the sunflower pillow. So I'm like, how did somebody purchase from my ad without seeing my ad? That doesn't really make any sense, but that's something I noticed. It has 0 clicks, but 1 order. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Also, going back to the me not being able to post, or me thinking I didn't have any time to post, what ended up happening is on Tuesday, April 22nd, I was like, I don't have time for long form videos, but let me see if I can post some shorts. So I made a short, which I then repurposed on TikTok and Instagram. So I made one video and posted it to 3 places. I posted that on Tuesday. I posted another video on Wednesday, and I posted another video on Thursday. Then Friday morning, I wake up to 2 orders. So one of them is from an Etsy ad. We're still trying to figure that out. But then Jessica's order is from one of those shorts that I posted on TikTok. So basically the video that I posted Thursday night, Jessica saw and then immediately purchased. So then Friday morning, I woke up to an order. And so this whole time, I was feeling like I didn't have time to make long form videos. And the whole time, shorts could have done the trick. Like, this is the second time that I've posted a TikTok, someone saw it and then purchased something from me. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. It doesn't matter the size of your socials. I have about 158 followers on TikTok. Not a lot, but I posted the video anyways, and everyone feels like they don't have time. You have time to film and edit a 30-second video. You might have to do it at 2 o'clock in the morning, but the time is there. So it doesn't matter how much time you don't think you have, and it doesn't matter the size of your social media platforms. Post that video, okay? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Post that video. So yes, for the past few days, I've been posting one short every single day to YouTube, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. And the 3rd video that I posted resulted in a sale. So I hadn't posted in a month, and I was like, this is bad. Let me get back on it. And within 3 days, I saw results. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know that people are truly busy. Maybe you have a full-time job, maybe you have kids, maybe you're in school. I understand that people are busy, but you might have an hour in your day. And it doesn't have to be one straight hour. It could be you have 10 minutes here and 5 minutes there and 20 minutes there. But then when you add up all those minutes, it's an hour. And within that hour, you can quickly record and edit something. And so I know that it feels like you don't have time, but then when you actually do the task, you're like, oh, I did have time. Yes, it's pinch. You don't got a lot of time, but you might have more time than you think you do. So I will continue to post shorts regularly, even when I don't have time to edit these half-hour to hour-long videos. I can edit a 30-second video. And it has truly made a difference in my business. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. So now, let's go drop off these packages. Okay, so I am in my car on my way to drop off these packages. And as you guys know, I've been keeping track of the amount of orders I've had and the amount of sales, which a few months ago we established that Etsy doesn't calculate orders and sales the same way. So I now have 11 orders and 19 sales. So just wanted to keep you guys updated on that. And I'll see you when it's time to drop off the packages. And just like that, both orders are dropped off and I have completed 11 out of 100 orders. Once again, thank you to Jessica and Mitzi for being my first 2 customers of 2025. I am truly grateful and I hope that you love your items when you get them. So that is all for this video. I know it's been a long time coming. It's been 4 months since I've gotten an order, but we're back up and running again. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. The link to my Etsy shop will be in the description below in case you want to purchase something from me. Be sure to check out this playlist. It is my Road to 100 Etsy orders playlist. So if you liked this video, you'll probably like those, and I'll see you in my next video.